On the morning of the 7th, land was again announced in the west, but melted away again before the evening, and Columbus, having now reached the distance where he expected land, or 750 leagues, 2600 miles, consented to sail to the southwest, to which he saw all the small land birds directing their flight in the evening. They continued 3 days in this direction, the indications of their approach to land always increasing in number. On the evening of the 3rd day the crew broke out in open defiance, but Columbus told them it was in vain to murmur, as he was determined to persevere, and next day the signs of land were so decisive that every one was eagerly on the watch. In the evening, after singing the vesper hymn and addressing the crew on the prospect of finding land that night, he took his place on the high poop of the vessel. Suddenly, about 10 o'clock, he thought he saw a light glimmering in the distance, and calling a friend, pointed it out to him. They called a third person, but it had disappeared, though returning afterward at intervals. At 2 in the morning, a gun from the Pinta, which, as the quickest sailer, usually kept the lead, announcing that land was in sight. A sailor, Rodrigo de Triana, claimed the reward, but it was subsequently adjudged to Columbus as having previously seen the light. Land was now clearly seen when they shortened sail and lay to till dawn. What must have been the feelings of Columbus in these few hours, when the vision that had haunted him for so many years, for which he had toiled and labored, enduring poverty, reproach, and ridicule, was about to be realized, when the barrier of the ocean was to be broken down, and a new world laid open to civilized men. On the morning of Friday, 12th of October, 1492, Columbus first saw the New World, a low island densely covered with trees, among which numerous naked savages were running to and fro, as if lost in astonishment, lay before him. He cast anchor, and with the 2 Pinzons put off for shore in their boats. On landing, Columbus threw himself on his knees, kissed the earth, and returned thanks to God with tears of joy. He then took possession of the island for his sovereigns, and named it San Salvador. The crew had now passed to the opposite extreme of exultation, and were loud in profession of fidelity and entreaties of pardon for the past. The natives, meanwhile, watched them with trembling anxiety, but at last ventured to approach their guests, whom they fancied had come down from heaven, while their ships seemed to them monsters inspired with life. The copper-colored and painted skins were equally new to Spaniards, while their simplicity, gentleness, and confidence were not less pleasing. Columbus examined the island, but found no articles of commerce, and only a few ornaments of gold, which